Let's now look at V10. For V10, this is our first time putting it on our watch list. This is our first time that we are looking at V10. So we just need to do a recap of what I've been doing and how I've been studying V10 and how I've been trading it. I've been trading it, but it's just that I wasn't posting the videos on YouTube community. If we check here, we have the first wave and retracement, the third wave, and the fourth wave that is given a sideways correction, as you can see there. Then we're given an extension of the fifth wave. We're given an extension of the fifth wave here. And let me just zoom in a bit so that we go to area of interest and what we are expecting. If you can just take a quick look here, you're going to see that this V10 respects these triangles, these leading diagonals, these patterns, so to say. Like for example here, it respected the pattern. After 3 touches to the bottom, if you put your trend line well there, it then went up, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing, key thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're given this correction here. That this of course was an inverted and shoulder. Then this was in a cup, a little bit of a cup, forming a mini double top at the bottom, which didn't really reach there, forming this sideways flat that you're given. This is a flat pattern that you're given there. Then it broke down to this. Even if you check here, it also respected this. It always respects these patterns. It respects these patterns. So you just need to watch it when it comes to patterns. Don't overlook them and think that they are not important. So this is where we are now. This is where we are now. We have been watching V10 even from this point here, and it has been going down. It took some time correcting here last week, and was always telling people to expect this break and retest here. But unfortunately, it didn't break in the way that most people were expecting. They were expecting this to impulsively break this trend line and come down to take out these lows here before it can retrace back to retest the trend line that would have been broken there. But it's just going impulsively, correctively. Let's just zoom it in a bit. What are we expecting here for the coming week? What to expect for the coming week? Normally, when you're given this 1, 2, 3 touch on this channel, what you would expect is for price action to come down to fill in at least 90% of this space created here. So we would expect the price to retrace or to correct, to give a big correction around these areas when it would have impulsively gone down. But well, this is mostly true in currencies where manipulation is not that high. In these indices, sometimes they manipulate the price and it doesn't behave in that way. So heads up, you need to be very careful when trading these indices. So what I'm expecting here is, number one, the first expectation, obviously overall, I'm expecting this to come down here. It might not get to this yellow line. It might come just to this point here where it would have tested, let me just highlight my order blocks there, where it would have tested, so it can come down to this area and give us a setup to go up. We will be waiting for that. It can just come down to this area and give us a setup to go up, even up to this propulsion block given here. It can just come up to this propulsion block and start going up again. We will be watching price action. Obviously, we will take the proper action. If it comes to this area already, it would have filled almost 90%, almost this problem maybe 70%, but it would have filled most of the space below this channel here created here, this triangle, so to say. Why are we expecting this to come to these areas then retrace? Well, it's based on this. Let me just shrink price action a bit. If you are using Elliott wave for your market structure, then you would know that after 5 waves going down, what we expect from the 5th wave is correction, and this correction that we'll be expecting should go at least up to 0.618 of the overall move going down. So if this overall move has pushed up to this area, 0.618 is around this area, as you can see here. 0.618 is around this area, as you can see here. This area is where 0.618 is. So we will be expecting it to push up to this area before it then start going down. So that's number one reason why we are expecting this price action to then just come to these areas before it then give us an impulsive up. So already it has unfinished business up there. It needs to get to somewhere around to give a proper retracement, because we have seen that the extension here has ended for wave number 5. So what we are expecting here is a retracement to retrace this move here, if you are using Elliott wave for your market structures. So already we are saying that we might come to this area before we go up. Number 2 is, let's just slice and dice price action here. If you are a price action trader, then this should not be hard for you to see. Let me just pick my my item there. From where should I then start taking my my items? From where should I start taking my items? I think I can start taking my items from this point here to this point here. So if I pull it down, pull it up a bit to this point, then I also take this price action from here up to this point and put it up there. You are going to see that these two waves that we've been given here are similar in nature. If you check, the year we're given 1 2 1 2 1, here we're given 1 2 1 2 1. So if you then just concentrate on this price action and this price action, technically speaking, from technical analysis, you're going to see that these price action are the same. So if they are the same, what does it mean? Why is it important? It is probable then and possible that price action will, let me just pull it like this, that price action will then also do the same thing that they did here. Okay, should they do this? If they do this, let me just pull it in another way so that you see. Let me pull it up to no, not like that, not like that, not like that, not like that. Let's just wait a bit. Pull it from here up to here. The whole correction I need it here. So if I come here and put this here, let me remove this so that it's clear to you, since you have got the idea now. If I come here and put this wing here, this is something to expect, especially given the fact that this has been going in a channel like. So if you're given a channel like this, almost all the time, this will break to the upside. And when it breaks to the upside again, it either goes to 0.618 or 0.786, or it covers 90% of that space. So in this case, if this theory is to stand, then we would expect this to go up. If it goes up, then if you take a closer look, what I am seeing now is something like this. Let me just I would end up having something like this, which is now a head and shoulder formation that would have been confirmed by that price action. So this is not something to overlook. This is a possibility. So as you trade as well, just know that as you take these sales, even as you trade the corrections that will be coming, because on every correction we would expect to be adding some positions there. So as you trade these corrections that are coming, you always have this in mind, this idea that this might go back, because if I then extend my line, obviously this is not the price action, but if I extend my line, then you see that this is going to confirm the break and retest. So it is possible that it might come to these areas, then goes up to then confirm that retest of the trend line before it continues down to come to these areas when it where we then expect it to push up. Let's just be on the lookout and expect that idea as well to come to pass. This is all for V10 and V10s. I want to wish you a peaceful week. Let's make sure when you trade, don't trade based on hope. Don't take your trades, then you start hoping that things will go your way. No, do analysis first. Patience is key. After you analyze the market, take trades based on the correct setup and the right analysis. If the setup doesn't work out, stop hoping. Close the trade. Protect your capital and look for opportunities elsewhere. Have a peaceful week and remember to subscribe. See you in the next one.